Hello, and welcome to I Found Your Pencil. Pizza guys. Now they are an interesting bunch of characters. I should know because I was one for a number of years. It was one of my first jobs after I got out of high school. I had a car, and it was one of my go-to jobs whenever I needed some cash in college. And being a pizza guy is kind of one of those jobs that I think was just really up my alley. You know, driving around, delivering pizzas, listening to music, studying, doing whatever. It's a very chill, kind of easygoing job that, you know, keeps you on your own, and there's not a lot of pressure. It's very, I think the Japanese word that comes to mind is it's very raku. It's very easygoing. It's very easy. And I think for me, it was just a killer way to get some extra money while I was in school. But there's one little element of the job that I think most people don't really appreciate, especially customers. I don't think customers really appreciate this part of the job. When you're a pizza guy and you're doing a run, you're taking a pizza, and you pay the customer pays you, and you give them the pizza. One of the things that always bothered me as I was walking away is that the process was very simple, right? You pull up to the door, you pull up to the house, go up to the door, ring the doorbell, you hand them the pizza, they hand you the money, you give them the change, and they close the door and you walk away. But without fail, every single time, I would always hear the audible sound of a lock turning as I would take, just 10 steps away. You hear the lock in the door. And I don't know why, but that sound always unsettled me. It always kind of unnerved me. I know that it was natural, living in America, living in Texas, for everybody to lock their doors and lock their houses. But it was just, it became part of my ritual that I would always hear that sound, and it would always kind of hit me like an arrow. It would always hit me like I'd always try to run to my car and get to my car before I could hear that sound, because it always hit me like a brick. It always kind of meant to me, oh man, maybe they're afraid of you, or maybe they don't like you, or maybe, they're suspecting. Of course, it doesn't mean those things. Of course, it's just the people wanting to get inside and eat their pizza and have a a nice evening. But for some reason, the sound of locks as a pizza guy was always one of those triggers that it would hit me, and without fail, it would be one of those things that I thought about getting back into my car.